Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Vampire Therapist. I think we're going into our next, possibly final Dr. Drayne appointment. I think we are going to start wrapping things up with our clients, but let's see how this goes.
Honestly, yeah. I think Dr. Drayne's starting to accept himself. That's what this is all about, ain't it?
Indeed, Samuel. There will always be room for self-improvement, of course. None of us are perfect, and none of us are irredeemable.
I reckon so. Whoever shows up tonight, I'll give him that same benefit of the doubt.
You are a wonder, my dear. What distortions do you think you'll focus on tonight?
Okay, so I think I'd like to take the two new ones that we got in the last episode. So I'm going to take Fairness and Catastrophizing. We know he does should statements. We've got that anyway. Blaming, I think he probably does a lot of with his alter ego. And I think he could probably do disqualifying the positive, but also the sort of extreme thinking as well. So I'm saying Nosferatu. We'll see how those go.
I think these are the ones that are likely to come up.
They all do, one way or another. We are wildly irrational beings, my friend. But I will leave you to Dr. Drayne.
All right, I think I'm ready. Here it comes. Hello, darling.
Oh, Lourdes is
Miss
back.
Me. Oh, boy. Look, are we going to have a civilized meeting this time, or are you going to break them fangs out? I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. And you know what? You're going to love it, American. So lay your cares and your underpants at the door, because Lord Lourdes is here to take you away. I guess Dr. Drayne's back on the stuff again. Why don't you ask the little worm yourself? Oh, Doctor, your master summons you. Hello, Sam. Doc, what's going on here? Why is Lord Lourdes calling himself your master? Because that's what he is. You've helped me accept that, curse you. Whoa there, compadre. How did I help you accept Lord Lourdes as your master? That weren't ever a thing I encouraged. You were correct. I was approaching my issue unscientifically. I thought I could restrain him forever, but I was suppressing my vampiric needs. I had to accept the scientific truth. I am not nature's master. Nature is the master of all. To fight that reality is folly.
Okay. Could be... I don't know if that is catastrophizing. Could be the Nosferatu. It's not a should statement. I'll go this one.
Now hold on there, cowpoke. That's some extreme thinking there. I'm no scientist, but ain't fighting nature as natural as nature itself? You're just babbling now. I ain't. Isn't fighting nature where we all come from? Why we walked out of the sea in the first place? Why anything lives? Evolution is the inevitable result of a species' fight for survival. Those best adapted to their environments thrive, and those who do not, die. It is not done with intent. Yeah, but them species are fighting nature, ain't they? And the fighting's what makes them what they are. A simplistic interpretation, though I suppose not inaccurate. But still, I realized that I was suppressing a great part of myself. I did as you instructed, you know. I drank blood. Real blood. And it was incredible. I had forgotten how it was not just the taste that made one feel satisfied. It's the feeling of life that it infuses in the body. I felt strong, confident, above the petty worries and squabbles that come with mortality. I felt like a vampire, like the base creature that I truly am. What choice had I but to welcome the truth? I am a slave to my nature. So you see, I am his master. I always have been, and I always will be. Just as I told you, therapist. The same dark master lies within you. You know this, don't you? I can see him behind your eyes. Oh yes, you cannot hide him from me. You cannot hide the blood, the screaming, the power you felt when you stripped the life and dignity from those pathetic mortals. I know your thoughts, my leather-bound friend.
Mind reading.
I know what you crave. Lie back, and I will
Didn't
give
take
it
that
to
one.
you. You poor, pathetic creature. You cannot even accept my gifts, can you? You wear the American flag as your chastity cage. You know, I think I'll pick up one of those at the sex shop on the way home. I wouldn't want the dear doctor using my beloved equipment. You really think you can dominate him completely? That's a control fallacy, amigo. Dr. Drayne tried to shut you out and couldn't. You can't shut him out either. I don't need to shut him out any longer, naive fool. He has accepted that I am his true nature, and that I will always know what is best for him. Look, put Dr. Drayne back on. I want to get his take on all this. But of course, talk to him all you like. He's a good boy now and knows what's best for him. Doc, what's going on here? This ain't you. You're maybe the most motivated fella I ever met. Lord Luridus ain't who you are.
I like how he keeps taking his jacket on and off when he changes personas.
Don't you see, Sam? He is who I am. When I drank that real blood again, I knew it. I felt him. Every time I indulge, he will take over.
Thinking that could be catastrophizing? Or it could be like a very black and white statement, like the Nosferatu thinking again. I'm gonna go Nosferatu thinking, actually. No.
Don't you see, Sam? He is who I am. When I drank that real blood again, don't you see, Sam? He is who I am.
Okay, I don't know why that played
When I
instead
drank
of
that real blood
Andromachus's line.
I knew it.
Let's go with
I
catastrophizing.
felt. Look, Doc, you're going to the most extreme consequences here. Thinking the worst is going to happen every time you drink blood ain't too scientific. Maybe you ain't got your intake right yet. Or maybe getting a bit more satisfaction will make Luridus less, desperate. Him showing up doesn't need to be the end, partner. I suppose my horror at his presence is tainting my interpretation of the data. I shall endeavor to be a little more clear-headed. It's just, I wish that Lord Luridus were not a natural outcome of my vampiric needs. It isn't fair. I have worked so hard to overcome our curse. Don't I deserve a better nature? Doc, I think you're an incredible fella. You're doing things with science that might change the world. Do you deserve better? Yeah, I think you do. But the idea that fair rewards and punishments are going to come to those who deserve them, well, you know that ain't true. You're always going to be disappointed if you're thinking that way. The universe ain't going to banish Lord Luridus, much as you'd like it to. I am well aware, and I am embarrassed to even wish such a thing in my dead heart. It is such a self-pitying thought, but no one cares for my self-pity, least of all Lord Luridus. I care, Doc. I just want to help you get to a place where you're feeling more empowered than to wait for fate to give out some rewards. Don't worry, Sam. The shame of being so unscientific is enough to keep me more honest. There is no need to dwell on this topic. Dang, that fellow looks pretty down. What can I do?
I'm inclined to tell him a joke.
Tell me if you've heard this one. A vampire walks into a blood bank. I've heard this one. I haven't even started. They ask the teller if they've got any O positive, and they say, I'm positive that I don't want to hear this. You don't even know the punchline. I assume there's some sort of confusion about the word positive, where one refers to a blood type and the other assumes a favorable position. Oh, heck, never mind then.
Okay, well, let's do the cowboy wisdom.
Partner, I gotta pass on a little cowboy wisdom here, and that is, a horse is a horse, of course, of course. Good God, I think my brain just succumbed to age and rotted out of my head. If that is cowboy wisdom, I shudder to imagine what cowboy ignorance is. I'm serious. Tell me, Doc, what is a horse? Equus ferus caballus, an ungulate of the family Equidae. Herbivorous perissodactyls, they... No, I didn't say classify a horse. I asked what is a horse. What do you mean, what is a horse? I'm asking just that. Don't describe it, just tell me, what's a horse? What the hell are you saying? A horse is a horse. Of course. I'm sorry, when is the sunrise today? I think I should like to meet it. And what are you, Dr. Drayne? I'm a vampire. And a vampire is a vampire. Of course. So what would you tell a friend who's feeling bad about being a vampire? I would tell them that it is ridiculous to feel bad about what they are. Well, let's soften that up a little. I would tell them there is no reason to feel bad about what they are. So why don't you tell yourself that? You all right there, partner? Just give me a moment. Dr. Drayne, there is no reason to feel bad about what you are. Yeehaw! Now that's what I'm talking about. Please tell me you did not just yee-haw during my breakthrough. I couldn't help it. I'm proud of you, buckaroo. Oh, yes, yes. Dr. Drayne should be very proud of who he is. You forget, my little gun fetishist friend. I am Dr. Drayne. I am the truest part of him. And you have no idea what depravities I've been up to, what uncharted places I have explored with my tongue alone. And it's all Dr. Drayne's fault. He made me feral.
It's got to be blaming.
All right, Dr. Drayne, I know you're in there. We got to admit something. You're giving a little too much blame to Lord Luridus here. You can control this guy, but because you're blaming him, you're giving him a pass to be depraved. Oh, that's not why he gives me a pass, darling. It's because he loves depravity. The murderous little pervert can't wait for me to take over. I should be so proud of how filthy he is. You know why he loves it when I take over? Because it feels good. He knows that, because he feels that delicious blood euphoria. It is because that is what he is meant to feel. No, you unfuckable wretch. Dr. Drayne should not be proud of me. I'm sick. I'm twisted. I am a filthy motherfucker. Or I would be, if she weren't long dead. Actually, I wonder where old Mum is buried. You know, he thinks his mother died of old age. But you know what I think? I think she died of shame. Because she knew I was her real son all along. Oh, admit it. You know what Dr. Drayne is. No matter how great a scientist he may be, Dr. Drayne is a creature of pure shame. That is the essence of his being. That is what makes me so strong.
Black and white, I guess? It's not a should statement. It's not unfair, it's not catastrophizing, it's not really blaming. I think it's got to be this.
I ain't gonna deny our man Dr. Drayne is feeling a lot of shame, but that don't define him. He's lots of things. He's dang smart, incredibly knowledgeable fella. He's pretty funny sometimes. Got that real British type of humor. And he's real determined. I ain't never seen anyone work toward a goal like him. He's a hell of a lot more than shame. Do you remember how I told you I didn't have a gag reflex? I believe I might have been wrong. Why, I believe you've inspired something in me. I can add a new sentiment to my feelings about your little doctor. Pity. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Such a shame. Now why must you deny the poor little worm? If he loves science as much as he pretends to, he knows that I am inevitable. He should give in to me.
Should statement.
It ain't up to you to decide what Dr. Drayne should or shouldn't do. All them shoulds were the thing that made him lock you up in the first place. They're what made him afraid and ashamed, because he was always thinking about what he should be or do. Of course, they were his own creation, but he cannot help it. He knows in his heart that he should... Lord Luridus, did I give you permission to speak, my little worm?
God, he's taking that jacket off really quickly.
I don't need permission. I just wanted to tell you something. Oh, he wants to tell me something. Well, go ahead, darling. Tell me something. I shall remember it when I'm shagging a football fanatic in a dumpster. I accept you. What do you mean you accept me? You cannot accept me. I am your nightmare made flesh. I am the reflection in the mirror you cannot see. Nevertheless, I accept you. I accept your bloodlust. I accept your violence. You accept my cock. Yes, I accept even that. I will not deny you any longer. But as you are me, I am you. I take responsibility for all your actions. I shall feed you and nourish you, and you shall live by the Hippocratic oath I have sworn. Dare you to try, you sniveling... No, I do not need to try. You and I are one. I know you. I accept you. And I love you all the same. Curse you. Curse you both. You sicken me. You do not sicken me. I accept you. No. I accept you. No! Dr. Drayne? Are you all right?
Yes, Sam. I am fine.
You look fine.
I feel fine. It is a very new feeling. I'm not sure I know what to do with it.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but do you want to go down and dance in the club?
Dance? Dance? Would I like to dance? Yes. Yes, I would like to dance. Let us dance.
I was hoping you wouldn't say yes, but let's go, partner.
Wow, okay. Client 1 cured. Possibly. Dance dependent.
Come on, Sam. Let us cut rugs.
I ain't much of a dancer.
Neither am I, but dancing is what I feel like doing.
I guess we're dancing then.
Now, what the hell am I looking at? Bert, you be nice. I guess that explains why Sam doesn't dance.
Crimson, most dear, have you seen Samuel? I usually check in with him after a session, but he has disappeared.
Check it out, Sugar Blood.
What is he doing?
I think he's goth square dancing.
So he is. We should not laugh.
Now circle right and do-si-do.
But then again, that is a should statement.
I would have liked to have seen what it looked like. I did wonder if maybe he'd do like square dancing or line dancing or something like that, considering where he's
The
from.
master therapist once again
Not
enters
America,
his
but you
domain.
know, the 1800s,
Sam.
Wild West. Right, so here we are. That was Dr. Drayne cured. I'm actually going to look up his case notes and see what we said. Session 4. Huge breakthrough today. Dr. Drayne accepted Lord Lourdes and all his needs. I think it's going to be smooth sailing from here on in. Dr. Drayne figured out that Lord Lourdes' needs aren't bad or good. Dr. Drayne accepted that he's a vampire, and that comes with certain realities. Going forward, I think the important thing is making sure that Lord Lourdes comes out in healthy ways. I don't want to see Dr. Drayne digging up his mother or nothing. Amen to that. Are there any more diary entries towards the end? I'm just going to take a look. Because it's been a new week, isn't it? I think... yeah, we've read the June 10 one, so it's just this one page, July 8th. Golly, what a month. I took some time to do some travelling in Europe in between client sessions. Prague is a great place to be a vampire. Nobody gave my fangs a second look. Well, unless I was biting them, which they didn't mind at all. Andy hooked me up with some vampires in Paris, too. We took a trip to the catacombs and drank real expensive blood. It wasn't that good to me, but I've got simple tastes. Beautiful city, though. My clients are doing pretty well, I think. I even had one move on, so I guess I must be doing something right. And I learned 2 more distortions tonight. Oh, and Crimson's a lawyer? I didn't see that one coming. Alright, so we're going to probably head into... Is it going to be Isabella or Edmund? I can't remember who's our second
Oh,
client.
come on, Andy. I'm just the right cowpoke in the right place at the right time.
A cowpoke who has a habit of disqualifying the positive. It is ungracious to deny a compliment, my dear. You are an excellent therapist and an inspiring dancer.
All right. That's enough of that.
You are seeing Senora D'Este tonight, yes? How do you feel about her progress?
I don't know. That lady can really hold some grudges. I think she's starting to think about herself a little more, though.
An ancient grudge is a difficult thing to forget. It can become a part of one's very identity. Vlad Tepes only became Dracula because he was obsessed with the Turks, remember?
Yeah, I don't think the Senora's that far gone.
Do you feel you are prepared for whatever distortions she might bring today?
Well, let me think about that.
Okay, so control fantasy we've got. I'm going to take the 2 new ones again, which was these 2. I don't know why should statements has appeared there. She does get... I think she does a lot of always right. thinking maybe blaming, maybe overgeneralization. Making everything about her. Yeah, let's go with that one, actually. Alright, let's go with those.
Alright, filled my chamber. I'm ready to go.
I don't remember people being like this about crossbows.
Well, you can take the cowboy out of the West, but you can't take the West out of the cowboy.
So it would seem. Well, good luck tonight, Samuel. I will leave you to it.
Alright, deep breath, Sammy boy. Here she comes. Buonanotte, signora.
What?
Okay.
It's Italian. I thought I'd learn how to say hello to you properly. Buonanotte.
No. No, I cannot repeat it. I appreciate your attempt to speak in my language, but please do not attempt to do so again. Good evening. We'll do fine.
Good evening, signora.
I apologize. I am feeling delicate tonight.
What's going on, signora?
The realization that I am merely a repulsive, angry old woman becomes disappointingly
Labeling.
clear. It weighs upon me
Didn't
in
take
more
that.
than one way.
This can't be coming from nowhere, signora. What's the deal? Last time we were talking, you seemed to be feeling pretty good.
You want to know why I am disgusted with myself? Here, look.
Whoa, hello there.
That's alright. It's better than I could do.
I know. It is terrible.
I wouldn't say that at all, signora. In fact, I can tell you put a lot of love into this thing.
It is an entirely juvenile effort. There is nothing redeemable about this rubbish.
Believe me, signora, I know horses. You're a heck of an artist.
Then why do I feel nothing but shame when I look upon it? If I feel nothing but disgust, then it is disgusting.
That probably would be emotional reasoning, I guess.
Don't judge your art based on how you alone feel. Feelings ain't reality, and someone else is always going to have another opinion.
You are indeed correct. But no one will see this insult to Chiron.
Now, what the heck did you go and do that for, signora?
I did what one should do with garbage.
Should statement.
It is better that the world never see such horrors.
If you want to see real horror, ask me to draw anything other than my gun. I mean, what are you really looking for here, signora? You looking to bring this fella to life with your brush? You think if you don't produce something completely perfect, it's garbage?
Yes. I apply the same standards to myself as I do to everyone else. Leonardo da Vinci once painted an illustration of my city of Mantua for me. It was beautiful. Leonardo had a mastery over art that modern mortals will never understand. But it was full of imperfections. The shape of one of the windows was wrong. The clouds looked slightly unnatural. I lit the painting on fire rather than let him embarrass himself. So why would I choose to embarrass myself?
You lit a Leonardo da Vinci on fire?
I lit rubbish on fire. Da Vinci painted it, but it was still rubbish.
Dang, that fella must have been terrified of you.
He was, though he had no reason to be. All he had to do was be better. It had nothing to do with me.
Blaming, maybe?
Signora, this need for perfection you've got, it ain't doing good things for you.
How can you say this? By demanding perfection, I improve the work of others. I improve the work of myself.
Well, maybe that's true, but you're doing something less useful.
And what is that?
Last one.
Signora, your standards are way too high. There ain't no way anyone can reach them.
So you keep saying. But there is nothing wrong with setting a high standard. The problem is the low standards of others. It is shameful to not strive for greatness. I will not tolerate your setting low standards. You will not disgrace my presence with shallow thoughts. Am I understood?
Yes, ma'am. No, wait, I meant to say...
Oh, I thought that would have been the right one. Okay, what about this one?
Signora, I gotta be honest here. You're terrifying everyone. You're terrifying your artists, your family, even yourself. Failure's a part of life. If imperfection's a mortal sin to you, ain't nobody gonna let you in on their imperfections. Not you, not your husband, and not your son neither.
How dare
Whoa!
you? How dare you lecture me, peasant? How dare you suggest that I was anything less than the perfect mother to my Federico?
Yikes.
You worm! Ho sputato sulla tomba di tua madre! Vi maledico ai livelli più profondi dell'inferno! Federico loved me. He knew that I knew what was best for him. Pull out your cognitive distortions now and I will tear your head from your neck.
I ain't never said Federico didn't love you. All I was saying was...
Zitto! Shut up, fool! You presume to tell me what I know. You, a common murderer! You who can barely speak your own language! I demanded perfection from my Federico so that he would not end up like his father, a degenerate leper whose penis hung by a thread of putrescent skin. I do not tolerate imperfection! Not from myself, not from this world, and not from my son!
Always right? No.
Isabella is facing her greatest fear. I know she may be terrified.
Control fallacy
I do
then.
not!
You know what, Senora? If you want to have that kind of control, you're going to have it all by your lonesome. I'm trying to help you, and you're screaming at me. Why? Because you can't stand being wrong? If I'm too scared to talk to you, what the hell are we doing here? What do you want me to do, lie to you? I ain't gonna do that, Isabella d'Este. If you're looking for perfection, you're only gonna find liars, and that ain't me.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know you are right. Oh, Federico, what have I done?
Hey, it's okay, Senora.
He barely spoke to me when he came back from the Vatican. Every time I asked him how he was, he would say, "I am fine, mother." Of course he knew better than to talk to me. His father never did. No doubt it was I who drove them into the brothels.
Forgot to be personalization.
I think that's simplifying things a little, Senora. Your boys made their own decisions. There probably were a lot of reasons they went to the brothels, but putting it all on yourself just ain't accurate. You couldn't read their minds or control their behaviors.
Perhaps not. But I am certain their whores did not criticize them as I did. I was only trying to make them demand better of themselves. Why did the world punish me for this?
Probably the fairness thing, yeah?
Senora, you weren't being punished. The world doesn't give out rewards and punishments on its own, no matter what we're intending. And it definitely ain't singling you out.
Of course. The world does not care for Isabella d'Este. Good intentions count for nothing.
Now come on. Senora, you're going to extremes again. Good intentions can be their own reward.
Oh, Sam, you are a simpleton. A wonderful, kind, wise simpleton.
Thanks, I guess.
I read my Wikipedia page, you know. It was full of lies and slander. No doubt this is how history remembers me, with slander I have earned.
I read that Wikipedia page too, Senora. And you know how I read it? The people are in awe of you. They call you the First Lady of the Renaissance, you know.
This only proves that Machiavelli was right. That if one cannot be loved and feared, it is best to be feared.
I think you're a little too down on yourself today, Senora. But here's what I think of Isabella d'Este.
Caring.
You know what? You come off as pretty harsh. I think we can agree on that. But you're a caring person. You want the best for the people you care about, no matter how hard it is on you. You literally gave your life to care for your family.
No one has ever called me a caring person before.
Am I wrong? Going through death for family seems like you care a lot.
A little too much, perhaps.
I ain't gonna disagree with you there.
Smart as well.
You are so dang smart, Senora. I don't think people these days get an education like yours, and you took it seriously. You know about art, music, philosophy, religion.
Of course, I know much about physics, biology, and mathematics as well. Do not think me simply a woman of the arts.
See what I mean? I'm only 200-some years old, and I think it's going to take me another 200 to know half the stuff you know. You should be proud, Senora.
Oh, are we going to end up doing all of them? Keep
You're
going.
ambitious as hell. From what you told me, Sounds like being a woman in your time wasn't an easy thing. But you proved you were capable of anything, and people had to respect that. Hell, you even ran your own city. You're gutsier than any man I've ever known.
I am not sure I like this gutsy word very much, but I suppose I did well for my time.
Senora, you did well for any time, believe me.
Okay, we'll just do all of them, okay.
Pardon me for saying so, but I see why people were falling over themselves to paint you. You got grace and style such like I ain't never seen back home, not even at a fancy cotillion. Those ladies would probably kill to have your fashion sense.
Well, thank you for saying so, Sam. It is gratifying to know that my eye for fashion is noted. I certainly know how to wear a hat.
Well, that thing looks great on you. I doubt I could wear it half as well.
That is certainly true. You have been so kind to me. Kinder than I have been to you.
You deserve kindness. And you deserve to give yourself some kindness, too.
No one has ever spoken to me the way you do. I suppose I never allowed them to. Sam, I know I am old. I know I am difficult. But would you ever consider a woman such as I?
Senora, I'm here to help you on your personal journey. Let's not complicate that.
Of course. I am just being foolish. I am so used to people being afraid of me that, of course, I fall for the first person who is not.
Senora, I think if you can learn to give people a little room, they're gonna adore you.
What if they see me as weak if I am gentle? What if my bearing was the thing that earned me respect? I do not wish to be discarded and ignored like so many women of my time.
Catastrophizing?
Senora, I don't think anyone could discard and ignore you. You don't exactly fade into the background, you know. You're pulling back a little and letting people make their mistakes doesn't make you weak, and it definitely ain't gonna make them discard you. I'm a pretty gentle fella. You don't think I'm weak, do you?
No, I do not.
So don't go thinking you are, all right? I'm not saying you gotta be meek, Senora. I reckon that ain't in your nature. I'm just saying to start with compassion. People are doing their best out there, and they deserve your understanding when they ain't perfect. Same goes for you. Don't go ripping up your art because it ain't perfect. Nobody's expecting that from you or anyone, not even Da Vinci.
Yes, I suppose I must resign to the truth. I am powerless before inevitable imperfection. I suppose the Calvinists were right.
Probably control fantasy, I guess.
Now don't go running in the opposite direction, Senora. That ambition comes from you. Not everyone's got it. So, keep striving to be better. Just give yourself a little compassion when you don't meet those super high standards you got. And there ain't nothing wrong with holding other people to a high standard neither. We ain't gonna be gods, but it's good to have ideals.
I believe you are wiser than I, Sam Walls. It is most humbling.
A slow horse who can still get his carrots is quicker than the ones who run past him.
And then you say something like that, and I am no longer quite so humble.
Don't be humbled by me, Senora. I'm a simple man, just a more honest one these days. Look, let's remember what brought you in here in the first place. You saw that Space Wars movie and all its problems, right? I want to give you a challenge. I want you to find a piece of art to like. Anything. A painting, some music, a movie, heck, even a video game. And you enjoy that thing for what it is, not hate it for what it isn't.
Video games are not art.
Do you know that, Senora? I bet there's lots of video games with redeeming value. One of my clients plays a whole bunch of them.
I do not think they are for me.
Well, fair enough. Just find something, and we can talk about it next time. You can use the internet. I hear it's full of lists of things people like.
Very well. I will do this then. Sam, thank you for being so kind to me.
Well, I'll thank you to join me in being kind to you, okay, Senora? I'll see you in a few weeks.
Okay, interesting. So we finished with Dr. Drayne. He's done. But Isabella Deste's still got a bit of work to do, it seems.
Well then, goodbye, Sam.
Interesting.
Until we meet again.
Because this is her fourth session, isn't
Adios,
it?
Senora.
Well,
Okay.
well. A confession of love from the First Lady of the Renaissance.
Oh, shucks, she ain't in love with me.
I know, I am teasing. But I am impressed, Samuel. You warmed her dead heart.
It was touch and go there for a bit. I thought she really was going to rip my head off.
But you were not afraid, as she said. They make strong men in the American West.
Tough living will do that to you, sure enough.
Then let us relax. I hear you were dancing the other night.
Oh, nuts.
Do not be embarrassed, Samuel, but let us go downstairs. The night is still young and there's much to celebrate.
All right, Andy. I think I'm game for a little R&R.
Ah, that was quite a sweet turnabout from Isabella, I think. The game's got a different structure to what I was thinking then. I thought, 4 sessions done, but obviously not.
Sanguine. Tonight we are celebrating. I am pouring us all some shots. Verona Virgin 1492. A taste of a different time.
I'm just going to... I can. Okay, let's look up Isabella's session 4 notes then. Well, turns out I was right that the Senora hadn't let her real anger out yet. Damn near ripped my head off tonight, but she's feeling her feelings. Seems to have accepted that she could have loved her son without controlling him. Now blames herself for pushing her husband and son away. Afraid of being forgotten or just remembered as a mean lady. Poor Senora. I think tonight was good, but hard for her. From here on in, we've got to start focusing on what brings her, and her alone, satisfaction. Cool.
You know I don't like drinking anything but fresh, Andy.
I know, dearest. This is a rare occasion. Samuel here was able to help a 500-year-old let go of her anger. So let us toast her age. To the Renaissance.
Ugh, that tastes like dirt.
Yuck, I think mine had a clot in it.
It's not very good, is it? Ah, well. Then let us instead toast leaving the past where it belongs.
I think I've had my fill of the past tonight already.
I've got a better idea.
Is that so? Of course, my dearest. I am delighted for you to share yourself.
I'd like a little privacy. Come on, cowboy.
Hello.
Oh, well, all right then.
Smile, Samuel. You have the favor of a very special woman. It has been too long since I tended my own bar. Go have fun.
Interesting.
Okay, Andy, you have a good night.
Hey, cowboy.
Hi, Crimson.
Look, handsome. There's a reason I wanted to get you alone.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going
to brain about something.
Donate some blood, should we say.
I'm hearing about all these clients of yours being stuck for hundreds of years, and I keep thinking, what if that's me? I've been half dead for 20 years. But do I want it to be 200?
Have you talked to Andy about this?
Yeah, but he's 3,000 years old. 20 years to him is like a month. I'm getting a little jealous of your vamps, if I'm honest. They're all moving forward, but I'm stuck in the same place. I've got Andy keeping me alive, but I'm not sure I'm living. The way I see it, either I decide my time's up, or I decide to become a vampire.
You can't see it, but I'm nodding sagely here at the monitor. I think she's right. Or as they might say in the American West, shit or get off the pot.
So I wanted to ask, what's your favorite thing about living forever?
Maybe the new perspectives thing? Seems to fit Sam.
Mortals are so tied to the sun, they
maybe
miss
that's
out
not what
on
it
a
meant.
whole other world. The night ain't so hectic. We ain't getting messages at all hours because everyone else is asleep. We got time for reading, for art, whatever we like, really. Crimson, in the end, this is your decision. And you got to decide for your own reasons.
I know. You're right, Sam. It's helpful to get a youngster's perspective, though.
Youngster.
Now, are we going to get to
Oh,
that
okay.
end?
No, we did go there.
Oh, we're still doing that.
Of course we are. Get in here, cowboy.
Okay, Crimson. Let's try not to sever an artery.
That is something else.
Not bad, cowboy. But you don't need to bite. Just let your teeth sink in next time. If your partner is relaxed, they'll just slide right in.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Crimson. I'll try to remember that.
Bet you're pretty sleepy now, huh?
Well, yeah, now that you mention it.
Go get some sleep then, cowboy.
I wonder if she'll make a decision by the end of the game.
Thank you. I'm glad you're around.
Where else would I be? I'm glad to be of service, ma'am. You have a fine evening.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so it's not just going to be 2 more cases then, because I was thinking maybe the next episode would be the last time we see Edmund, we see Medi. But Isabella's going to be coming back another time,
Samuel,
it looks like.
good evening. How is my ever-impressive protege tonight?
But as far as this episode goes, I think we'll leave it there. So I'll just say thanks very much for watching this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting the resolution from Dr. Drayne. I also enjoyed Isabella's breakthrough. But, let me know in the comments your thoughts on both those cases. If you enjoyed the video, as I hope you did, if you could hit that thumbs up button as well, that's always very much appreciated. And if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, it would be amazing if you could. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.